Wow. Season 3 is done and over. Holy shit. This season was so much better than Season 2's finale. I fucking love this season. Not quite as good as Season 1, but it's still a damn good season, so let's get straight into it with the story. So, quick summary of the story. Barry creates Flashpoint. At first, it's really weird, but then things go back to normal as he gets rid of Flashpoint, and then we are introduced to Savitar, who is this big blue, yet another blue speedster. But anyway, he's this big evil blue speedster who turns out to be Barry Allen from the future, but not the real Barry Allen, a time remnant. And then we stop Savitar, and that's essentially season 3. This season was fantastic. I love this season. Such a good season. Like I said, it started off a bit weird with the whole Flashpoint thing. But it took a while to get going because I had a problem with... I had a problem with the finale for season 2. I didn't like it at all, alright? And I did mention that in my Season 2 review. I didn't like it at all, not one bit. It was a bit anticlimactic and strange. It was just it just got too... The Season 2 finale got too much. For me, it was too much, and I think for a lot of people, because I've read a lot of articles that have said that Season 2 went on a lot of strange detours. So yeah, I'm not the only one that thinks that. All right, the finale for Season 2 was weird. It was strange. For me, the reason was that it went too far, and it just lost some of its depth. Because The Flash is a good show because it's very deep. It adds depth to its characters, and for me, I just felt like the Season 2 finale didn't have as much depth. They went too far, and they made it too big for itself. Like they were trying to do too much with it. Anyway, that's for Season 2. So go and watch that review up here. But for Season 3, the finale was fantastic. The last 3 episodes, so much better than the last 3 or 4 episodes of Season 2. So everything is good in this season. All right. And for me, not one episode dragged. There was not one episode in this season that was bad, right? There may have been one that I may forget here and there, but that's not necessarily because they're bad. It's just because that people forget shit, and that's literally the only reason. There is not one episode that I can really pick out that I hate the most. That I hate at all, really. But let's move into characters. I'm going to go into characters this season. Favorite characters, plural, because I have quite a bit of favorite characters. Dr. Wells, of course, one of my favorite characters. And no, of course, I do not mean Earth 1, because as we know, that one is evil. Really, he's dead, because Eobard Thawne, all that shit happened. Anyway, Earth 2, Dr. Wells, of course, one of my favorites. But he's not really the Wells for Season 3. The Wells for this season is HR. And I kind of liked him. He had a rocky start because he was a complete idiot. And I honestly didn't like him. But without spoiling anything, he becomes one of the most important characters by this season finale, right? By the last episode, he becomes one of the most important characters in the entire season. Alright, and I really liked him. As I said, it took me a while because he was an idiot and a fool. I mean, I love that episode where Dr. Wells and HR, like, their banter and seeing them interact with each other. And it's like Dr. Wells just hates this guy because he's an idiot. Like, you're an idiot. And, like, throws something in his coffee. I don't know what it was. I just love seeing those two interact with each other. But I liked HR not as much as, Dr. Wells, but HR was still a very lovable guy. And I don't think I've said this in my other reviews, but I just love seeing A. Wells be a part of the team now. Because in the back of my head, I'm always thinking, oh my gosh, that's the villain of season 1. And he's now the good, like he's a full-on good guy, and he's all for him, although it's not really the same guy. I understand that, everyone knows that, I know that. It's just fun to think about it like that, like, oh, that's the bad guy from season 1. He's now on their team fighting frickin' Barry Allen, who is the villain of this season. Mind blown. Look at me, I'm actually sounding and moving like HR. Anyway, another favourite character that I really thoroughly enjoyed this season, who at first I didn't like at all, was Julian. Didn't like him that much at all. But then he's like, he honestly reminds me of Earth 2 Dr. Wells, where he started off as a dick. And then we learn that, he has a heart. He is a person. He can have relationships and friendships with people. And he's like the season 3 version of Earth 2 Dr. Wells. And I really enjoyed Julian. He was nice, and I gotta say, his relationship with Caitlin was a little forced for me. Okay, his relationship with Caitlin was a little forced. It's fine. Okay, I don't hate it. Okay, for example, I don't see Rick and Michonne being a couple at all, and I hate it. I hate that whole idea of them being a couple with Caitlin and Julian. I don't hate it. I'm fine with it. It's good. Okay? I just personally didn't see that coming. And it was at first a little weird, but now every time they, look in each other's general direction, I start getting all teary-eyed because I know Julian wants her back. And also, I gotta say, with Caitlin, I liked her a lot more now as Killer Frost, because I like that personal struggle within her, because before she was just the plain old boring Caitlin Snow. Now she's Killer Frost, and she has that deep inner struggle with her, and I'm so excited to see her come back for season 4, and she will, okay? I know it. Anyway, that's enough about my excitement for Caitlin Snow. Barry, I don't really have anyone else to talk about, like, concerning characters. Wally was great this season. We really get to see Kid Flash come out in this season. Not come out as in gay, but I don't even know why I said that. But we really get to see our, true Wally West Flash. We kind of lost it a bit though after that whole after his mind got fucked when he was trapped in the Speed Force. He's not that quirky, quippy Wally West that we know from the comics, so hopefully he heals even more than what he already has and becomes that quirky Wally West again, because I love that Wally West. I mean, essentially all the Flashes, Barry Allen, Wally West, even at times Jay Garrick is like that. That they're quippy, they're quirky. Now, but I do understand why Wally West isn't like that at the moment, but I hope that he will eventually get to be like that soon. Joe, I'm not even going to talk about Joe. He's a good character, but I just don't relate to him, and he's not one of my favorites. Iris, Barry, great to see them finally get together, but I don't think I've said this. I don't remember if I said this in my review for season 2, but I will say it. Barry and Patty are honestly my favorite couple. I liked them a lot more than I like Barry and Iris. Okay? I just do. Okay? And I've even read Barry and Patty in the comic books. I like them better in the comic books as well. I just don't know what it is. I prefer Barry and Patty, whether it's in a TV show or whether it's in the comic books that I own. I prefer Barry and Patty over anything else. So please, Patty, come back for season 4, please. Please! Barry and Iris were fine. They were fine. What else can I talk about? I guess I'm gonna go favorite episodes. Favorite episode was episode 6, I think it was, when we finally first introduced the Savitar, when no one knew that it was actually Barry's time remnant from the future. It was just a simple, villain. And I love the intro. I swear, this show introduces its villains in the best ways. The Christmas episode for the Flash season 1, when we first introduced to the Reverse Flash, when the Reverse Flash and Barry fight for the very first time, that episode was awesome. I think episode 6 for the Flash season 2, when Barry and Zoom fight for the very first time. Love that shit. That was a great way to introduce, not because they didn't really introduce him, but it's a great way to introduce Zoom physically, because up until that point we didn't see him really, you know what I mean. So this show introduces its main villains in the best way. Did I just knock the mic then? Anyway, other favorite episodes. I think it's episode 9, where Barry gets thrown into the future, and foresees Iris's death. I love that episode because it's like, whoa, holy fuck, that's gonna happen. Wow. And a few episodes here and there that I can't really remember right now. But there are a lot of episodes that I thoroughly enjoyed so much. Gypsy. Gypsy. I can't believe I forgot about Gypsy. She is awesome. I love her. And Cisco, he finally found someone. Honestly, what happened to Golden Glider? I thought they were going to hook up and stay like that for a while. And speaking of Golden Glider, does she even know that that her brother's dead? I mean, that is sad. Anyway, I just thought I'd add that thought to this video because it's like what? How could she not know? And what? I mean, anyway, let's just forget about that point. Well, I think that's all I have to say for this season. It was a fantastic season. I loved it. And shit. One more thing before I go. Jessie Quick. Awesome. Loved her. I mean, we have, how Batman has the Bat family and Superman kind of has his... Well, he only has, one sidekick, one or two, if you count his Superboy. But, honestly, the Flash and Batman have the biggest group of allies. Batman has Batgirl, Robin, Nightwing, Catwoman, just a Red Hood. But Batman has a family, like the Bat family, right? And you have the Flash family, which is Barry, Jay Garrick, Wally West, Jessie Quick. But we are missing 2 more. Okay, this is what I'm interested. So I'm not ending the video here, of course, but Max Mercury and Bart Allen / Impulse. Now this is what I'm confused about. Barry's name is his full name is Bartholomew Henry Allen. So his name technically is Bart. So does that mean that their grandson will be named Bart? I don't know. All I'm interested in seeing is I want to see 2 more speedsters added next season, or at least 1. I just want 1. Either to be Max Mercury or Bart Allen. Either one of those I would be grateful for, because we've already, this season 3 added 2 pretty big speedsters from the comics in 1 season this year, and that's awesome. So if they could just do that again for 1 more season, I'd be great. Then we'd have the whole Flash family. We'd have Barry Allen, Jay Garrick, Wally West, Jessie Quick, Bart Allen, and Max Mercury. Please do that, because that'd be so cool. and I could finally tell my friends all this knowledge that I know about them, and freaking blow their minds with all this shit that I know. And then they'd know all this stuff about... Anyway, whatever. So now I really am ending the video. I could talk a little bit more, but nothing comes to mind. So I am going to end the video now before I ramble on anymore. See you guys in whatever next video comes up. Actually, I do know what's coming up next. In a week, probably not in a week, but in a couple days, yeah, more like in a few days, I will be starting my... I will start my TMNT 2007 video game walkthrough. That is the official name that I'm giving the walkthrough series. It's me playing how many of you remember the 2007 the 2007 animated Ninja Turtles film? Yeah, that movie. That movie had a game made after it. And I mentioned in an announcement video not too long ago, I think it was last year or the beginning of this year anyway, I announced that I would be doing, I want to start walkthroughs on my channel, right? And this is what I'm starting it off with, the TMNT 2007 video game walkthrough coming up in a few days. Tuesday for Australians. If you're in Australia, it comes out on Tuesday. If you're in America, it comes out on Monday for you. So keep your eyes open for that, and I will see you in that walkthrough series. So see you guys then, and thank you for watching this review. Can't wait for season 4, which I'm pumped for. Devo. Go down, like and comment on this video, and subscribe to my channel. See you guys then.